Nick from V5 Motorsports, and today what we're going to be doing is working on a Can Am Renegade. We're going to replace the front brake pads. We're only going to do this side and show you this side because it's just basically reverse procedure for the other side. So, tools you're going to need, you're going to need a small punch, needle nose pliers, 15mm ratchet. Also, what you'd like to pick up is probably dielectric grease. This way, it's a slide float caliper system, so we're going to grease the two pins for it and also where the brake pad rides. So first we'll start off with disassembly. First thing you want to do, remove the pin, clip for the pin. You want to get a punch, get a hammer, and this holds your place so you can be able to drive the pin out of there. Remove the two 15mm bolts that hold the caliper bracket to the actual steering knuckle. Tools are removed. Take it out. Slide the brake pads out. As you can see, these brake pads are good for a couple more 100 feet. Not much friction material here left, so we're going to be replacing with a set of EBC pads. There. Now, the two pins that sit in there, you'll see that there's a pin that sits here, and also there's a pin that sits here. And these actually float and ride, and that's how they could be able to wear the brake pads evenly. They get stuck after time and everything, so you always want to lubricate them in this type of braking system. Okay, so go ahead and get it. Get yourself a can of brake clean. You're going to want to go ahead and get this bracket off of here. See, boots pop right off. Just in case, you may need a little persuasion to get this boot off. You don't want to tear them. So once you take that off of there, you'll see that there is dielectric grease on there. Give me a paper towel, please. There's a little bit on there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and clean it up. And also this is where the pad's going to ride on there. So we want to clean that up a little bit also. And over here where the pad's going to sit. And got a little dielectric grease here. You can use anti-seize or whatever you prefer. You can see the manufacturer originally uses dielectric grease, so I like to stay with that. Put a little bit inside there, both holes. Okay. And also I'm going to put a little bit here, a little bit here, where the pad sits also. Make sure you go ahead and just get in there. And what this is going to do is try to make sure that it floats in there correctly. So when you apply the brakes, it wears both inside and outside. You can see from the old pads, they were pretty much just wearing on the inside portion of it. It's definitely due for this service. Okay, we'll go ahead and reapply this. Push all the way down till the boots go over. See that one's seated? That one's seated also. This should be able to move effectively. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set the brake pad in there. Get the bottom portion in to the top. This here, it's going to go in. It's going to seat against there. Go to the top. We're going to slide this back in here. Grab the two 15mm bolts. Back in. And tighten up your bolts to the caliper. Snap the bottom. Tighten the top. Tighten the bottom. Get your hammer. Tap the pin back in. Reinstall your clip. Test the brake.
Okay, show me where you're squeezing.
There we go. Alright, we installed the EBC severe duty brakes on here. So the one part about that I really like, it's red. So red goes with yellow. So as you can see, boy, you look pretty. Sorry about it being dirty, but this machine actually does get used.